What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming. Today we are doing another flight here in good old Canada. We're flying the Fenix Airbus A320 Air Canada Ops from Toronto to Halifax. This is a real-world flight flown by Air Canada in the A320. The call sign for today's flight is Air Canada 2022. It is a real-world flight. Last flown from this airport to Halifax out of this gate. It's kind of weird. GSX is telling me that this aircraft is too small for this gate, but I mean, here we are. This is where the aircraft departed from, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're here in Toronto. We are doing some flights in Canada still. You know, we'll try to mix it up here and there. Get some good old Canadian scenery going on. I just found out that I think it's Flight Sim Studios will be releasing the Calgary International Airport sometime by the end of this month. They are done, about 99% of it, and I'm looking forward to that because we don't have, I mean, we do have a Calgary airport, but it's done by Sim Add-ons, and for the price that you pay, I don't think it's worth it. So the Flight Sim Studios one's probably going to be about, I don't know, 15 to 20 USD or Euro, and I think that will be worth it considering who the devs are. They're also, I believe by the beginning of summer or early summer, they're going to be releasing the Winnipeg International Airport as well, so we'll probably be checking those out. But anyway, we're flying down to Halifax today, and it's a short flight. It's about an hour and a half long. It's not too crazy. The scenery out there was done by, I believe, also Flight Sim Studios. They did the Stanfield International Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I'm not sure if they're a Canadian developer or not, but I noticed that they've developed a lot of Canadian sceneries, which is great. I do like to fly here in Canada. This scenery here, obviously, is Fly Tampa's CYYZ. You know, this is state-of-the-art scenery. Anyway, let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get things rocking and rolling while GSX is doing GSX things. Go ahead, switch the batteries on. And the APU will come on. Nav and logo lights, strobe lights, crew supply oxygen. The deer's over to the nav position. Go ahead and turn on the rest of our stuff here. One thing I got to do quickly. I do have a couple different profiles for my my yoke sensitivities and stuff, so make sure we flip that over to the Fenix A320 tab. Now, I don't know what's going on with this instrument here, why I got a red thing there. I'm not sure what that is. It's gone. Anyway. Come over here, we'll set up the aircraft, and we'll get this bird in the air. We're expecting to depart from runway 23. I don't know what SimBrief gave us for departure yet. We'll look at that shortly. Go ahead and import all this stuff here. Mass and balance tab. We're going to load this instantly. Perfect. Come over here. That's loaded in. Clear all those messages. Init request. Should populate all our info from SimBrief here. Which it did. It did not pull up the flight number though, so we're going to go Air Canada 2022. We're expecting a cost index of 32. We will be flying up to 35,000 feet. Go ahead and we'll align the IRS. That's perfect. And then we're going to plug in the fuel and weight here. So we got 60.8, 31.2. 60.8, 31.2. Block fuel for today is about 8,000 kilograms. So we're going to go 8,000 kilograms there. Perfect. Let's plug in our departure here. We are expecting, like I said, runway 23. And they gave us the Dead Key 5 departure. Not sure what just happened there. Anyway, erase that. Runway 23, dead key 5, lava transition. We'll insert that. It's radar vectors. Very simple. I'm going to go ahead and put in the arrival for Halifax. Let's see what they gave us. It's going to be the ILS 23 on the Fundy 5 arrival and the Ebony transition. We'll go ahead and we'll insert that. Let's make sure that we didn't get any disc-ons coming into Halifax, and of course, as always, everything's vectored to final. But we don't fly on VATSIM as of yet, so we'll disregard all that. We will vector ourselves out, though, to Sabre. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll go ahead to the performance tab here, and we'll calculate that. Go ahead and we'll get Navigraph open here. I will unload the previous flight, and we will import our new one. We'll have a look at the weather here in Toronto. We'll open up the airport. METAR altimeter 3052. Runway 23, it's dry. We're going to go ahead for a flaps 1 takeoff. We don't need any anti-ice.
Sorry.
152, 152, 154. Go ahead and we'll plug those numbers in here. 152, 152, 154. That looks good. It is a flaps 1 departure, and flex is 63. That all looks good.
Good morning.
I believe APU is ready. Go ahead and APU bleed can come off. I'll go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on as well. Go ahead and we will load in the load sheets here. It's awesome. Perfect. And I can get rid of some ground services here. We're going to get rid of the chocks and cones and the GPU because we're on the APU. So perfect. Got a couple minutes until the RS aligns. In the meantime, come outside here. We are at Terminal 1, like I said. It is gate 126. Here at Toronto International, and we still have some cargo getting loaded into the aircraft, so we'll wait for that. We're almost loaded up our passengers here. In the meantime, let's go over to Navigraph and let's look at our departure briefing here. We're on the dead key 5 departure for runway 23. So we're going to be taking off runway heading at 1100 feet. We'll go ahead and make a right turn to heading 245, and we'll vector ourselves out to Sabre. And we have some briefing here. So runway 23, unless otherwise assigned by ATC, climb heading 237 to 1100. Climb right turn heading 245, or assign expect radar vectors to Sabre. Climb maintain 5000. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. There are no speed or altitude restraints, which is always good. Makes everything a hell lot easier for us. And we are going, I think it's up to 35,000 feet if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Close the doors. I always thought, they still loading cargo? No. I always thought that GSX closed the doors by itself, but...
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Not sure why I'm getting that. Anyway, prepare for pushback. We're preparing for pushback and our IRS is not even aligned yet, so hopefully this will align prior to...
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We're actually not ready for pushback, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not paying attention right now. We'll save the paying attention for flying.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Go, IRS is aligned. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look where we're at. Looks like it's going to be a pushback nose to the right. Nose to the right, tail to the left.
Locking gear. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Starting
Engine
wheel.
start switch to the start position. We'll go ahead and we will start engine number 2. Let's see if I have any wing views. And I did. But I don't now. I'll have to look into that. Get us some wing views again in the Fenix A320. I don't know why we don't have it. Looks like engine number 1 is good to go. We'll start engine 1.
Set parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Go, good engine starts. We will go ahead and APU is coming off. Taxi lights will go on. Engine switch to the norm position. We're going to go ahead, auto brake max. Ground spoilers are going to be armed. And flaps 1 we will set.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I'm disappointed I lost my wing views.
Left is clear. Right
Anyway.
is clear.
Left is clear, right is clear. We'll have a look at our taxi charts here. Looks like we're going to taxi apron via Alpha Kilo. Then we're going to go Alpha. Looks like to Hotel. We'll hang a right onto Hotel. And we'll hold short of runway 23. That looks like that's going to be the plan. Perfect. Departure, like I said, climb runway heading. 1,100 feet. Go ahead and make that right turn to heading 245. Maintain that heading. We'll vector ourselves to our first waypoint, and on out we go. Perfect. Let's wait for the go-ahead here. Might have gotten the go-ahead already, and I probably missed it. Park brake off, and let's get going. It says my home airport, Pearson International, Lester B. Pearson. I was very excited to hear about the news when Fly Tampa was releasing it. Still waiting for a good EHAM, or that's the Amsterdam airport. Schiphol airport, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Waiting for them to release that. Waiting also for the Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport in Montreal. Takeoff config green, no blues. Beautiful day here in Toronto. This week we are expecting temperatures of plus 20, which is unusual for this time of year as it's only the beginning of April, but I'll take it all day. All day, every day. Go ahead and make a right turn here onto Alpha. Not sure what truck that is, but they are barreling down the taxiway. Holy smoke. Do a lot of plane spotting at this airport with my kids. They love watching the airplanes land more than they do taking off. There's a couple different plane spotting sites here at either ends of the runway. If anybody's interested, there's a nice spot on Airport Road off of runway 23 if the planes are landing 23. Another spot off of I think it's Clarington for the 24 runways. If you're spotting on runway 5, obviously that's Dixie Road, and then some like back entry roads off of Britannia that you can spot for the 06 runways, which is pretty cool. Try to make it out at least once a week and watch the airplanes depart and arrive into this airport. Quite the long taxi as we depart from Terminal 1. To be honest, I didn't even know that these regional flights departed out of Terminal 1. Thought it would have been Terminal 3. These airport vehicles are just absolutely ridiculous. I always thought these airport vehicles had their own designated roadways along the airport. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on the taxiways. Very laggy. This airport's hit and miss with performance. Very hit and miss. Landing lights are on. All the lights are lit up. We'll line up on the runway here. We're going to go heading mode. 237 up to 1100 feet, then we'll start making our right turn. Wide again. It's okay. Coming to a stop right here. Perfect. So we're gonna go heading mode. 237. See here if this works. Ah, it doesn't work. Got the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, and I find that all the buttons work well in the PMDG aircraft, but I can't get anything to set in the Fenix. That's okay. We'll just go ahead and we're gonna do nav mode, and I'm pretty sure it'll do its thing. Anyway, throttle's up to 40. Let's get this bird up in the air. Flex set. I feel a lot of right rudder input. It's windy. V1 and rotate. Positive rate of climb, got a little squirrely there. Gear going up. Follow flight directors here. And it's windy. I can feel it. My goodness. Throttles over to the climb detent. Pitch down for climb. Come down here. We're going to go direct. Saver. We'll insert that. Go ahead and we'll start our left turn. Flaps going up. Beautiful departure out of Toronto. We could see out the left window there. That is City of Mississauga. Looks like the Monroe buildings have been modeled in. I'm not sure if that's part of the SAM scenery that I have. I do have the Toronto SAM Scene 3D scenery that I did purchase from Sim Market. It's absolutely fantastic, and he recently updated it. I wonder if Mississauga was included in that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, there we go. We're pitching up about 10 degrees now, heading up to 35,000 feet. We're hitting about 250 knots there, and we'll maintain flight directors still. I'm going to go ahead, put the autopilot on. Let the autopilot do its thing there. Turn off some of the lights here. And we'll have a look at downtown Toronto over here. As you can see, that is not the default scenery, and there's the condo buildings down by Park Lawn Avenue that are modeled in as well. So we're going to fly past there, and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. Like I said, it was updated. As we start our left-hand turn on out from Toronto. This region is just so heavy in performance. So heavy. There's absolutely no question that the PMDG or the CRJ aircraft perform much better than the Fenix. Hopefully we'll get an update from Fenix momentarily. We haven't seen an update since November. Approaching 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming off. Seatbelt lights coming off. But yeah, we do need an update. We need to know what's going on, you know, behind the scenes. Hopefully they can get the performance of this aircraft. And when I say performance, I'm not talking about like the flying aspect of it. I'm talking more about their performance. As you can see, you know, on the ground you can average about 30 to 40 FPS in this aircraft, and in the PMDG you'll get 50. So hopefully they can kind of bring that up to par. And we're not going to get much of the downtown scenery. As you can see, the buildings are still loading in. Definitely much better than the default scenery by Asobo. Sam Scene does advise to purchase, I think Flight Sim Studios does a Billy Bishop Airport. They want you to have the both. But there's many different buildings here that are properly labeled. You know, you had the Air Canada Centre still down there, which is now the Scotiabank Arena. So we did not update that. But anyway, there's Toronto. Beautiful. Beautiful departure out of Toronto. Anyway, let me fly this bird up. Going 35,000 feet here. I'll catch y'all on the descent into Halifax. I love flying into this airport. We'll see what runway we get. Anyway, catch y'all in a bit. See ya! Welcome back to the video, everybody. We are currently descending on the Fundy 5 arrival into Stanfield here. We'll go ahead and we'll show you this arrival. We're just approaching the Muvix waypoint. We were initially expecting the ILS 23 into Halifax, but the winds have changed, and now we're going to expect runway 32. It's an RNAV approach into the airport. That's all good. But basically, rather than taking Muvix up to Logpo, we're going Muvix to Eblov, and then we'll radar vector ourselves for the approach. We are expecting the RNAV Yankee approach for runway 32. So once we hit Eblov, it's going to be a left-hand turn down to 1,800 feet. Straight shot onto the runway. We'll see how that goes. We have the weather information up here. The winds are 310 at 15. It's pretty windy. Visibility is 15. A few clouds at 6,500. It's 5 degrees. We just hit a wind thing there. The altimeter is 30.29. So relatively clear conditions coming into Halifax. It's been a great flight. You know, the sun is going down as we approach the sunset here into Halifax. Looks like we're making our right-hand turn now. But yeah, smooth flight so far, no complaints. Like I said, this is the Stanfield Airport done by Flight Sim Studios. We'll do a little showcase once we get out there, but it is a great airport. Flight Sim Studios does great stuff. So all's looking well. We have already set up the airport information here for the approach coming in. We do have our minimum set to 764. Transition is 18,000 feet, and I did put the wind information in here in the Q&A and all that. So we're expecting a flaps 4 landing, so we are going full flaps. I don't think the Airbus ever lands flaps 3. I could be mistaken, I'm not sure, but I've never tried it. But anyway, it's going to be a flaps 4 landing. Halifax Stanfield is one of the busier airports out in the East Coast. I know they do some international flights out of here. I believe, I could be mistaken, it's either the Greater Moncton Airport or the Halifax Stanfield Airport. One of them does fly to London Heathrow. You can get a Air Canada Max 8 flight from there. I don't think there's any international flights out of St. John's. That would be the most easternly airport, international airport, I guess, in Canada, but I'm not too sure. A lot of great flights you can do from Halifax over here. They do go to some sunny destinations as well as some popular destinations in the US. They do fly, I believe, as far out as Calgary. I'm not sure if you can go to Vancouver from Halifax. But one of the major flights are from Toronto Pearson International. You can also get a Porter flight out of the Billy Bishop Airport. Terrain actually looks a lot better out here than it does going out to the west coast. There is no snow out here. We had some snow coming into here, but kind of dispersed as we were coming into Nova Scotia. We're at 10,000 feet now. We'll go ahead and we're going to switch on our landing lights. No need for the landing system, as it is an RNAV approach. No need for that. We are going to be coming up. We do have some altitude restraints and speed restraints. So at Eblov, we have to be at 5,000 at 210 knots. That little purple dot there, that's, I believe, is going to be the approach phase. It does activate itself. So, looks like the airport is right here. We're going to be coming along onto this runway over here, and then we'll taxi left. We'll look for one of the front gates at the front of the airport. Probably gate 10, 11, or 12, haven't decided. Don't forget, everybody, if you are liking the video and the content that we put out over here on Flight Sim Gaming, don't forget to smash down that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. We're trying to get 250 likes on the channel. We're going to be throwing out another giveaway. This time, we're upping the ante up to a €50 Sim Market gift voucher. I know there's a lot of great things you can purchase with 50 bucks. I do know Flight Sim Studios is going to be releasing their Calgary International Airport at the end of the month, so, you know, hopefully we can hit 250 by then. I don't think so, but we'll see what happens. Go ahead and change that. Looks like we're about 7 miles out, so I'm going to go ahead and activate the approach phase now. Speed will come back to 210, green dot speed. We do have some guidance here for our RNAV approach. I don't think I've ever landed on the RNAV 3.2 here in Halifax. You get a lot of the ILS 2.3 approaches, so we'll see how it goes. I know the last video I did, could not see the Pappies coming into Winnipeg there on that RNAV approach, so hopefully we'll get something a little bit more smoother. And for those wondering, yes, I did touchdown in outside of the touchdown markers. Probably should have went for a go-around, but whatever. Shit happens. Approaching 5,000 feet. We have to hold this. Mandatory 5,000 at Eblov. Once we pass that, then we'll keep descending. I'm not sure what's kind of going on here with the flight path here. It should just be a straight on out. Whatever. We'll quickly look at our missed approach. So, this is it here, actually. Missed approach, climb to 3,000, track heading 323 to T-Tar, and you're just holding pattern there. If we have a missed approach, we're basically going to go out to T-Tar, and we're going to make our left turn back down the left base of the airport. Still holding at about 210. We'll keep this holding. Actually, I could probably go ahead and flaps 1. We'll get the speed back because it's going to be a pretty quick descent down to 1900, and then we're going to be pretty much lined up for the approach. So we'll go ahead. Ground spoilers we can arm. Auto brake set to low. We're just coming up on flaps 1 now. Aircraft will slow down. Having a look at the taxi charts here. We'll hit the runway, looking to vacate. It's probably going to be hotel. It has to be hotel, otherwise we got to backtrack. So we'll make sure that we hit the touchdown marker. If not, we'll just practice a go around, and then I'm going to look for maybe taking one of these gates over here. Showing us about 14 miles out. Looks like we got some windmills down here. That's pretty cool. Wonder if that's part of the Halifax scenery. We do have a speed restraint, max 210 knots at this waypoint. We are within limits, 13 miles out. Can't see the airport as of yet. Beautiful trees down there. I do like the scenery out here. Once we start straightening out, we'll go ahead flaps 2, gear down. And we'll see what happens with the flight path here. I'm hoping it does not do this S bullshit. See landing lights out there. Showing 10 miles out.
$2,500.
Looks like it's going to do this little ass thing. Go ahead, flaps 2. Yeah, that's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. We'll let it do its thing. I probably should have just kept the heading. Gonna go ahead, gear down. Flaps 3. Turn on the rest of our lights here. And flaps full. Showing 7 miles out. A little early there on the disregard the seatbelt sign. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this is a little weird. Showing 1,700 feet above. We'll just let it do its thing. Because it's an RNAV approach, I'll go ahead and we'll continue on down. So we have a barrel of 764. We'll set it to 800 feet. We'll see if it tracks it. Turning on to final now. It's pretty weird. Airport's out there. See if the aircraft continues its descent. As it should. And it is. We got a beautiful headwind. Thousand feet. Go ahead, take the aircraft. Set our missed approach altitude. Showing us a little high on the vertical path there. I think I see 1 white, 3 red. I think I see 2 whites, 2 reds. Continue on down. Showing high now. Try to butter this one.
$100 above. 500. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Outside touchdown markers again. Reverses out. $60 knots. Welcome to Halifax, everybody. We'll go ahead and we'll vacate the runway here. Call up GSX. And we will tell them we want, we'll do gate 12. Ground spoilers will be disarmed. We will retract the flaps. Throw on the APU. Some static aircraft here. So you can see we got some WestJets out there and an Air Canada out there. A320. Forgot what gate I chose. Gate 12. We are looking for gate 12. So we got 22, 18. I think this is us right here, 16. 14. 12 looks like it's going to be this guy. Start slowing it down. Looks like we're dead on. Start slowing it down. Set it there. Park and brake is on. APU bleed is on. We'll go ahead and power down the aircraft. All is good.
The boarding requested.
Request deboarding here in Halifax. Very nice airport. There you have it, ladies and gents. Made it down safely outside of the touchdown markers. I probably should have done a go around. But that's okay, it's a work in progress. This simulator is a work in progress, that is for sure. But, beautiful flight. I love flying out here. This is one of my regular routes that I typically fly to. Flying out of Toronto. But anyway, thanks for flying with me, everybody. And, like I said, if you have not yet, please subscribe. Like the video if you have not. I'm trying to get up to 250 subs. We'll try to give out another giveaway to you lucky people that follow me. You guys are crazy to do that. But anyway, everybody have yourself a great week, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!